Well, we're supposed to say it's shocking and it's unbelievable and we can't believe it's happened in the United States, but I'm not so sure it is shocking these days. And that is, according to an order that's come down from the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court. Now, that is a court that issues FISA warrants. They approve them. They supervise it. You don't have defense lawyers there, so it's a bit of almost like a star chamber in a sense, that the way this thing works. You had a situation, and they've issued a 117-page opinion order saying, you didn't go through government, FBI again here. You didn't go through the proper proceedings in order to conduct a search on sensitive query terms. That's the words they use on a U.S. public official, which happens to be a United States senator. But this just adds to the fuel to the fire. Now, here's the thing. It says in June of 2022, an analyst conducted 4 queries of Section 702 information, which I'm going to tell you what that is in a minute, using the last names of a U.S. senator and also a state senator without further limitations. While the 2 were believed to be targets of, quote, a specific foreign intelligence surveillance, the National Security Division at the Department of Justice determined the FBI did not meet the needed standards for running such an inquiry. So the entity within the FBI, that is the National Security Division at the Department of Justice, they have a full division for national security, said this did not reach that level where you would be able to get a FISA warrant. Section 702, and this is part of the National Defense Act, says is a key provision of FISA, that's the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, and that was passed in 2008, and it permits the government to conduct targeted surveillance of foreign persons located outside the United States with the compelled assistance of electronic communication service providers to acquire foreign intelligence information. So ask yourself, how in the world did they decide that a sitting U.S. senator would be part of that process?
The purpose of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court was to surveil exactly what it says, foreign parties, and to gather foreign intelligence, not to spy on our own citizens. And now we've got a United States senator, a state senator, and a state court judge all caught up in the web of intrigue that has been set out by an analyst by the FBI who's decided that he's going to put a name in and run it and see what he can get. And don't tell me that's not surveillance because you didn't get anything. It is surveillance when you look. The looking itself, the analyst doing what he did himself is surveillance. That's not what the purpose of this court was. That's not what the purpose of having ex parte, that's one-sided hearings is. The purpose is to catch foreign intriguers, not Americans.
The problem is though it is still shocking, it's really not.
No, it's not.
Because we know
right.
that this has been common practice now to see sort of the corruption being rooted out from these 3-letter agencies, whether that is the FBI, the CIA, the IRS. There's always something happening. It seems like where they're getting themselves into the news.
We have filed in the United States District Court for the District of Columbia a lawsuit against the FBI based on a demand we sent into the FBI in July of last year. That demand was a FOIA request about the FBI's noncompliance with Section 702 of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act in 2021. Now, this incident apparently happened either then or after it. So we're in court on this to find out for you what in the world is going on. The way you fight back is you do what we did. It's painstaking. You got to go to court. You got to negotiate. Then you got to go in front of a judge and you got to get the information. Then you take it to Congress and say, look, here you go. You got this with the whistleblowers going on right now. They took a huge risk, those whistleblowers, coming public. But the data's getting out there, and it's breathtaking. And this is breathtaking, too, except this court operates with no defense lawyers notified or present. We're taking action at ACLJ. Find out more at aclj.org.